Ooh, y'all just missed some great stuff, right? So, yo, we are back once again. I am always Coach 24 podcast on the ups and downs and all in between. This is Solid Foundation. We are the Perspective Element Podcast. That is 8407 all day, every day. And this is Miss
Maylea. Hi.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll see it going across. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the cameraman, respect the shooter. You know what I'm saying? They go to him, you know what I mean? So, Miss Maylea, which she just did a drop the mic. So if you haven't seen it already, if it haven't dropped already, you will be seeing it very soon. You know what I mean? You did your thing. You have a great sound.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Very different, very dope. The word I was hearing, refreshing. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll start with, you know what I'm saying? What is your inspiration? Like, what is your fire? What's your desire to create music that you want to create and bring to the world?
I think something that I don't know, that I feel like I have going on for myself is probably very, like, I would say relatable. Okay. I think a lot of the things that I've been through, especially like as a girl, as a woman, are very relatable. And I feel like a lot of people want to hear things that they can relate to. So, yeah, I'd say.
Okay.
I want to help people feel whatever it is they're feeling.
Okay. And, you know what I'm saying, how old are you?
I'm 19. I'll be 20 in March.
Okay, 20 in March. All right. So, like, being a young adult, you know what I'm saying, do you feel like you're already showing accountability, showing responsibility, showing leadership?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I have, like, a choice, but I think it also helps that, like, my dad was in the military.
Okay.
So the way that I was raised was just on, like, a lot of structure. I used to wake up at a certain time, get up at a certain time. I had a lot of routine. So that helped me mature pretty fast. And then I also have always been around adults and, like, people that are older than me.
Okay.
I think that if you want to elevate your mindset, you have to be around people who are at where you want to be. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, just go ahead and get into a hard question. That'll probably be easy for you to answer, because like you said, you, like what you just said, how'd you just say it? Not strict, but in line. What was that word you said? Structure.
Yeah.
Structure. Female hip hop right now. You know what I'm saying? To you, your opinion, your fact, how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are some of your thoughts on female hip hop right now? Whether, no matter what it is, I just like to hear your opinion.
I think there's a lot of talent in female hip hop right now, and I think the creatives behind the people who are putting out the music are not. I don't know. Like, I feel like they're not. They're important. Like, they're where their mind is at is not to be, or for the artists that they're working with to be authentic. Mm-hmm. It's just to make money. Mm-hmm. But I think that, I have a lot of respect for female hip hop because it's a lot to, like, put yourself out there. Like, it's already hard to be a woman in music as it is, and they do the thing. So I don't know. Like, I just think the people that are behind them could do a better job of portraying who they actually are and not trying to make them be someone that they're not.
Okay. Now what about the R&B side?
I love R&B.
Yeah.
And I love a lot of R&B artists.
Yeah.
I would say there's a little bit more of, like, creative. I feel like there's more creative freedom there. Like, they put themselves out kind of how they want to, and I feel like people either accept them or they don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
2-part question for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes when we was listening to you and listening to your track, the word refreshing come out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, 2-part question. Who inspired your style, if there is someone or a group or maybe a person, whoever it comes from, like, someone who inspired your sound and your style? And part 2 of that question is, who would you collab with, whether old school, new school, dead or alive? Who would you love to collab on the track with, male or female?
So, someone that really inspired, like, my music and, like, I would say my sound as a whole, I really love Erykah Badu,
Mm-hmm.
and I also love Jhené Aiko,
Mm-hmm.
and they both like. I like how Jhené is really soft, and Erykah speaks about a lot of stuff that's like super important, regardless of like what's going on.
Okay.
So those are two artists that really inspired me a lot, and I feel like you can kind of hear that in my music a little bit. Maybe not necessarily in the song that I have out now, but the ones that are to come. And if I could collab with any artist, dead or alive, probably Amy Winehouse. I know that's like a. I love her.
Okay.
I wish she was still
Okay.
here. I love her voice. Like
Okay.
growing up, like I listened to her music a lot, and so yeah.
Okay.
I would collab with her.
So now, what is now to you? What you know? Saying what is your style in one word? What could you put your style as in one word?
Heartfelt, like
Heartfelt.
emotional. Everything that I write and I do like comes from a place of like like it's personal to me.
Okay.
And that's why it took me so long to like even want to release music, because I can hold it really dear to my heart, and putting it out there is for everyone else to hear.
Okay.
And so that was a battle that I fought with myself for a while, but
Okay.
I would say like and also genuine. Genuine would probably be the word that I would use.
All right. So, through Maylea.Roby right there, Breaking Bottles, which is on all platforms. Please go check it out, download it, share it, and all that. Broken Bottles. That's your single, right?
Yeah.
One of your singles. So, what is your meaning behind Breaking Bottles?
It was honestly Breaking Bottles. I wrote that while I was in Florida, and there was a situation that happened, and I just had something that I needed to release like right then and there, and I don't know, like it's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What type of message did you want your fans to get out of it, or people that's never heard it before to be interested in listening to it? What do you want them to get out of it?
That love is complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, even when everyone is telling you that you need to walk away from a situation, sometimes you can't, or you feel like you can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the message that I wanted to get out.
Okay. And now you have an EP coming soon, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that EP, if you don't mind.
Again, super important to me.
Uh-huh. The title?
LA.
Okay.
And it kind of means, the word means to release.
Okay.
And so that's what I kind of feel like is what it is. It's a release of like some things that I've had to deal with and experienced, and I just want to kind of put it all on the table and kind of let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just say it's like the styles of each song are a little bit different, but they all have like where they're at and where they're put into place is very like it's important, like the order.
Okay.
The way that I set it up is like in the way that I wrote them, so the experiences that I have are like back to back to back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your creative process behind how you write your songs and sing your songs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a routine that you go through? Do you freestyle anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you take your time with it? You don't just do everything in one day or in 4 or 5 hours. You like to spread your time out and. Like, what's your process in the studio?
A lot of my music and a lot of my songs that I write, actually, they start out as poetry. And that's pretty quick. Like, if I'm feeling something or I need to write something down, like, I'm feeling something in that moment, I write it down. And then I kind of go back and I place stuff where it needs to go, and I go from there.
Okay.
But mostly it starts out as poetry. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And is that poetry? So you have a thing for writing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there something is that another part of you that your fans don't know about?
Yeah, I would think that's not something that a whole lot of people know about me, but I
Okay.
really love to write.
Okay.
I like to write since I was like a little girl. So,
All
yeah.
right. Okay. Cool. Nothing like a family group. Give me a short story on that group, because I understand it's a number of y'all together. You know what I'm saying? And y'all produce like a family. Y'all come together and y'all make it happen. Y'all come together and create, come together and help each other. You know what I'm saying? Just from some of the talking that we done behind the scenes here. But from you, tell us about Nothing Like a Family.
Nothing Like Family is honestly like the reason why I even like started releasing my own music to begin with. And Zay is like the backbone. I met him, and then through him I met everyone else, and we've really become like a family. We talk about music all the time. We go to the studio together. So we're all independent, but like at the same time we help each other out, and we have each other's backs, and we give each other motivation, and it's really cool.
How important is that, and to you, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't hear enough of that within, you know what I'm saying, just organizations and places and things all over the world. So like even us right here in this small community that we in, our communities, to you, you know what I mean, let the people know how important it is to have that type of family to continuously cheer you on through your falls and successes.
It's super important. It's probably like one of the most important things. I feel like I don't understand how people do it without having like a community and having a support system. And I'm really lucky to have that. I think we all are. We're lucky to have each other. So.
No doubt, no doubt. And also, I asked you earlier, I was going to do take a change to the interview where I asked you, what is something that's on your mind or on your chest or your heart that you want to speak about? You know what I'm saying? So this is your moment to choose a topic that you want to speak about, that you want to tell your fans and people that's watching right now. So the floor is yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it a little behind the scenes, but mental health is really important to me. Understanding that it is a real thing and that things that people go through do affect people. I've lost a lot of friends and family members just from them not being able to speak about what they needed to speak about or having people to be able to do that with. Mm-hmm. So that's something that's really, really important to me. Checking on your loved ones, making sure they're okay, because you never know what anyone's like going through.
Now, is there will any topics like that be within your EP coming out? Any type of subjects like that or topics like that in your music?
I kind of think that even like Breaking Bottles is out, right? And it's my single that I have. And honestly, like when I wrote that song, like personally, like I was pretty like depressed. Like there were things that were going on, and I was in a situation that put me in kind of like a depressive episode. Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you really listen to the lyrics in the song, and there's going to be an acoustic version of that comes out here pretty soon, that because I feel like you'll be able to hear what I'm trying to say a little bit better, deliver my message better. But I feel like you can hear that if you really listen to the music. I was going through a hard time, and you can hear it.
Okay. Social media, has it been a hurt or a help for you?
Ooh. It's been both. I think before I started doing music, I kind of was like I don't really understand like the point of it. It can be very draining to constantly see what everyone else is doing and like having like a fear of missing out, or like she looks better than me, or that looks more fun, or they're richer than me, or they're where I want to be. And now it's super helpful, but for my music, like I feel like that's a lot of people have reached out to me on social media as far as my song is concerned, and they really liked it. Mm-hmm. And that wouldn't have been possible if I hadn't like talked about it on social media. Mm-hmm. So it really just depends on how you use it.
Okay. And what would your message be to another male, young female that's coming from your angle, trying to spread their music out, put out a good message, whether it's logical emotion, but show you that it's okay to tell. Don't, you know what I'm saying, like let it out, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, when it comes to mental health, it's better to talk and just be quiet, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like, what would be your positive message that you would put out there to your fans or an artist who might have been like, you know, 3 or 4 years where you used to be at, you know what I'm saying, just having an idea and then just getting started?
Don't get discouraged. Because it's easy to be like, oh, this isn't going anywhere, or this isn't getting enough views, or this isn't getting enough streams. Don't get discouraged, because like your time is gonna come, and when it does, like be ready to have it with open arms, accept it with open arms.
2024, what's your goal you're gonna complete this year?
I wanna perform live more, drop my EP, and then hopefully soon after that an album.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to do both this year.
Do you already have a title for the album, or are we going to keep it secret?
It's kind of a secret.
Okay. All right. Any shout outs? Anybody you want to shout out? Say what's up to.
Shout out Callie. That's my best friend in the whole wide world. I love her. Shout out to my mom. can't do anything without your mom. Shout out Zay. He's right there. For, just always keeping us accountable. Shout out my dad. And that whole side of the family. I love you guys. Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Man, I want to thank you so much for coming through. Giving the fans and giving the people a little more close to you. You know what I'm saying? You'll see it right across the bottom right about now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the shooter. Please, once again, let people know who you are. Make sure they know how to spell it and where to find you.
Okay. I'm Maylea. My Instagram is Maylea.Roby. Stream Breaking Bottles. It's out on all platforms.
Download it. Repost it.
Talk about it.
Talk about it. Share it. You know what I'm saying? Please, do your thing. Much love to the Prospective Element, sorry. And other than that, all day, we'll holler. This is Maylea. Once again, thank you again.
Thank
Nothing
you.
like the family. Much love to y'all. And we out.